I should have known Jaw's teeth from all the PVs and whatnot was going to be the Earth Dragon. I should have seen that coming. You defeated me, and thus give me your seed. Give me your seed. I don't know. I don't like Stella so far. I really don't like. I mean, she gave me a couple chuckles this episode, but overall, she's too much. Like, she is way too much. And plus, I never liked the Jaws teeth. I hate the Jaws teeth. No matter what show you give me, if you have a Jaws teeth character, which is typically male characters that are like hyper aggressive, I hate it. I hate the character design. It looks stupid, and it always bugs me mentally because it's like, that shouldn't function properly. Like, that doesn't make sense to me that would all line perfectly every time you close your mouth. It looks dumb. Anyways, don't like her so far. We'll see. I don't know. She might grow on me. There was sort of a sense towards the later part of this episode where I started liking her, where she's kind of like, she's like the dog. They have a dog now, and she just kind of hides in the corner and respects the power of the master. Like, oh no, the master woke up, time to cower in the corner. She's extremely strong, which that element was kind of funny. But yeah, episode overall decent. It wasn't one of my favorite episodes of the series so far, but obviously, again, everything kind of played out how I expected it. That yes, he's going to defeat the Earth Dragon, knock her out, take the eye, take it back home. I like how when he gets home, everybody's like, don't question it. Just get the job done. Thank you. Thank you. I love when people just kind of go, okay, we can ask a bunch of questions. Let's just put this over here. Like, she's literally dying right now. We need to get this done. And it was cool that it actually took some time for Arya to recover. It wasn't like just a magic and everything is fixed. But yeah, Arya being saved is fantastic. It looks like she got a massive amount of money, which makes sense. I mean, all the trolls that he's apparently been taking out. Yes, taking out that demon technically was a lot of money. I'm surprised they didn't bring up the Earth Dragon because he literally brought the whole corpse there. You would think like the scales, like the teeth and whatnot, all that stuff is going to be materials they make money from. But she made a bunch of money. And so how she used that money is to, yes, get less armor. I love the logic of the fantasy world. The response to having a whole bunch of money is to wear less armor. Like, literally, technically she went from like cloth. This girl didn't have armor before. But no, it's like she just gets like a little string bikini. I love it. It looks super good. I ain't complaining, but it's still that's that funny logic that we always have with these series is like, it isn't much. Now it's like supposed to be some really good material that's really flexible and super durable, but you know what you're going for there. Vulcan knows what she's going for there. She's like, "Oh, you want me to make you some new armor? Okay, I'll make you a bikini so you look better for everybody that's watching." But no, anyways, we did get a little insight into Arya this entire time. Obviously, she's feeling like she's been saved again. So obviously, it's going to affect her somehow. I keep getting saved. Somebody's keep saving me. I'm supposed to be getting stronger. Yet here, everybody's saving me. Vulcan saved me. You've saved me. I'm not doing anything myself. And again, getting into her past, which they finally confirmed the fact that, yes, apparently when she was dreaming, when she was 13 and the village was attacked, they did bring up the Philosopher's Stone specifically, which I mentioned that like a couple episodes ago when they were in the dungeon with Vulcan. At some point, they mentioned that there was this Philosopher's Stone that prevented monsters from attacking. Here's kind of confirming why she kind of reacted a little bit to seeing that, is that, yes, apparently that was the reason her village got attacked. But also gets into finally confirming why she likes Tama so much, which I had a prediction on this, and so it's kind of interesting that it finally came true. My prediction a while back was that the reason that she probably really likes Tama is because she really likes elemental cats. And my assumption there was that, yes, this elemental cat that was with the Sword Saint probably saved her life, and thus, or the Sword Saint was into the elemental cat. Like, because she wanted to be the Sword Saint so much, she also copied the fact that the Sword Saint was into her elemental cat. But no, it literally saved her life. There is a side of me that's kind of like, that was a little bit too inappropriate, the idea. Like, I could never forget how warm and uncomfortable that was. And then the entire time this cat's in front of her and she's just, yes, lost her liquids. But anyways, that's the thing. I mean, obviously traumas, weird things are going to kind of stick into your head. But still, it was like, okay, there's a side of me that kind of wonders if they're going for something for there. Anyway, putting that aside, we're going to stop talking about that. But no, that's apparently where she got her love for cats. Is that an element? Let's say that it was at that point still innocent. She just had a love for the cats, not a love for the cats that she has currently. But no, while she's recovering, we get to see Thomas going in the dungeon, testing out his new skills, his Dragon Fang, Dragon Claws, and apparently Blessing of Lion King, which we find out later gives them an increase in fire resistance, ice resistance, and a lot more speed, which makes Arya able to pretty much move the same speed she did before, but without using her ability, which is OP. I kind of thought that she was going to note that a little bit when she started taking out mobs with that she's not doing it by herself, that again, once again, she's borrowing strength rather than her being her own strength. But again, that kind of plays into that little kind of comforting that he was giving her in that, yeah, she's going to get stronger. Like, he's going to support her to help her get stronger. He's trying to cheer her up. You took out that demon yourself. Yeah, granted, Vulcan was helping her, but it was her doing too. But yes, that's when we finally go off to do hunting again with Vulcan and Arya. And yes, we meet Stella. Or at least the Earth Dragon at first. I mean, he ran into her before and immediately ran away. But yes, running into her again, we're pretty much establishing this point that she's been looking around the dungeon looking for Tama because Tama defeated her. Apparently, she utilized a reincarnation spell to reincarnate herself. She became what seems to be mostly human and has been wandering around the dungeon looking for this strong male that defeated her, because apparently her entire life has been in existence of looking for something strong, which again kind of puts a little bit of storyline into her. I'm kind of curious why they didn't get into it, but it sort of implied the idea that, okay, did he essentially do the same thing she did? Because he is a reincarnate as well. He's not, again, establishing not an isekai. He was in this world as a knight, and at some point, same world, and at some point he died, and it seems like he triggered a reincarnation. And so I'm kind of curious why he didn't, at that point, question her, okay, sort of the same thing happened to me, but I didn't trigger a skill. You did. But either way, they run into each other, and yeah, Stella immediately's like, you're the strong one that defeated me. Do bleep, bleep, bleep to my bleep, and then also give me your seed. Pregger me, and goes to dash at him. And again, this is the funny part, which, yeah, Arya essentially is like, no, he can't do that. He's just a kitten. Right? I'm surprised they didn't, like, emphasize all that, but she literally just turns to him as like, right? And then he jumps into her chest. It's like, yeah, okay, we're establishing a dominance here. But there was like a side of me that was almost like, okay, Arya's like, this chick wants my cat, and I haven't gone for it yet, and that's because it's a kitten. And so let me make sure you can't do that, right? Because otherwise we gotta have a meeting later. It's so stupid. I'm sorry. It's so stupid. But no, I like the fact that she's realized at this point, oh, so Arya is Tama's master, and he's incredibly strong. So that means that Arya obviously is extremely strong. So the dominance level has been kind of established here. But no, they leave the dungeon. We get a little bit of ecchi moment with a little bit of bath scene. Goofy little kind of fighting over who gets to scrub Tama. And then we have the scene when they go to bed, and that's where we're establishing that not only that can Stella read his mind, which they kind of insinuated that throughout the episode, because when he accepted that would be her name, she replied to it, even though he was just thinking it, obviously. But no, establishing that not only can she read his mind, but she can also understand his language. Now, she said something to the effect that, yeah, you spun a bunch of words when we first met, and so it's implied back there she was reading his mind. But I'm curious why they're pointing out specifically understanding the language, because again, when he first confronted her, I think she spoke, and he understood what she said. This isn't, again, one of those things where he's an isekai and he's speaking Japanese. He's literally speaking the words of the world. The assumption there is that, yes, a dragon understanding the common folk of this world's speech. But again, he understood what she said. So I don't know. I'm curious as why that was specifically pointed out. Maybe I'm completely missing it. Which is all kind of feeds into something that I probably will like about Stella's character, is that she's going to probably create the ability for him to finally be able to communicate to somebody, finally tell his story, and finally have somebody kind of confide into and establish what exactly he wants to do, and possibly, yeah, speak that over to Arya so that Arya knows his words, that she'll be able to kind of translate for him. But I think before they do that, they're probably gonna have to establish who Stella is to Arya, which I don't think she'll mind. Because again, Stella's kind of become their pet. like Arya has literally brought in this poor Stella, and she's like, okay, this is like a poor little lost child. We'll help her out. She's got amnesia. We'll take care of her. Sit in the corner. Stay. Overall, though, decent episode. Good little segment of some ecchi in there, just kind of keep things spiced up, and just some goofy shenanigan funs. Introduction of Stella, which again I'm very mixed on. We'll see. We'll see if she can We'll see if she can wear on me. There's some times where some characters, their first introduction doesn't work out. Hopefully she's not just literally screaming, give me your seat every 2 seconds, and that's her joke. But we'll see. But that's my thoughts on the episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, if you did, hit the like button down below. Comment, let me know about the episode. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel. If you like this content and want to support channel more, I have links in the description below. Greatly appreciate it. Until next time, y'all take care.